Hey guys, a quick video here to tell you another possibility to think about. So, as far as I'm concerned, I don't like the amount that we dropped recently in Bitcoin. Luckily, this drop bounced right back up to create this wick down here. A lot of times, chart people, when they see a long wick like this, that's a nice long clean wick, a lot of times we see that and we think it means the next bull phase begins. But in this day and age, that doesn't always hold true. The blue line I'll tell you about in a second. I don't like that this dropped as deep as it did. To me, a healthy drop at the lowest to me would have been about here. 56,525 about even with this. That would have been a healthy drop, and a nice wick should have been touching that spot instead of a solid red, is the way I'm looking at it. And I just don't like this drop. I feel like it could be indicative of a possible bear market. Now that's going to sound crazy coming from me, but we got to deal with reality around here. Now let's talk about that wick situation, right? Let's go over here. Well, first of all, let's look at this chart sized up this way. We have global net liquidity lined up with our chart. Now you can see, think of this as money printing, okay? This blue line. Right about here, a pandemic was announced and we crashed hard. To save ourselves from going into a heavy recession or a depression, the government and the banks printed money. That's when we were getting free checks, all kinds of stuff going on. This line represents printing money. This is a very important line for how high Bitcoin can go. And so it's very possible all this new money put into the market pulled Bitcoin to a higher than high scenario than what it should have gone to. And now when we see global net liquidity crashing and crashing and crashing, this can make us think that even normally we would think this kind of a high would eventually go to an equal high, way up high somewhere. But the global net liquidity is concerning because this super high could have brought Bitcoin to a super high. And this super low could have made it to where this is actually a top. This could be a top. Is it? I don't know. Okay? Now, we see this wiki right here, right? This nice wiki. Let's see if we could find one in other locations near tops. Here's a situation where you have a wick, right? This wick is close to even to this wick. It can make you think this is the end and let's go up. Okay? So sometimes these wikis can be trickies. All right? But so we have this wick, goes up. It makes us feel like now we're going to move into a new bull, but instead we go down, okay? In other words, this, what we thought would be higher up, was a bear market. Bear market. Are we in that now? I don't know. Let's go over here. Same thing. This looks very much like the one we have now, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Okay. Now this one went, now at the time the guys were probably saying this wick, because it's the wick is longer than many wicks up here. They probably said this wick, and when it went back up, everybody felt happy, joy. And they thought also because it would make sense for this to be the bottom of before a new bull rise. It would make sense because here's where all the shenanigans, right? We got power ups, and then we got the shenanigans bouncing around. It would make sense that that's where the next drop would drop below. Look at that. So dropping below looks perfect for a bull market. But guess what? Here's what came next. A lot of baloney. So look, sometimes we just got to face reality when reality is talking to us. Does that mean we're in a bear market now? I don't know. But to me, based on the global net liquidity, and based on I don't like this drop. I don't like it. It doesn't make me feel that it's a bullish type of event. Okay. This is a similar place, but here it dropped here, and then it didn't even quite drop exactly to the same low. Well, or it did close, but there's a small gap right here, right? That was a little more bullish. I like that. That was cool. This dropping this low, I just don't know. And with the global net liquidity, right? Rising high, pulling everything up with it, and then going low where we are now. That could mean that this top, which isn't much higher than this top, but this was pulled up super high by global net liquidity. This was limited by global net liquidity. This could be a top. Could be a topping formation. This could be the beginning of more trouble.
Lucky. Comment. Subscribe now.